Hey everyone, this is John Kolb with Suffering Outdoors. In today's video, I'm going to go over 3 different mobile deer hunting systems. For the first category, weight, my climbing stand is 22 pounds, and that includes everything from the stand, my shoulder straps, my safety harness, all in weight, going up the tree, 22 pounds. My hang-on stand, my total setup weight is 23.6 pounds. Now that's using an XOP Vanish, and then I'm using lone wolf sticks that I've modified and cut down. I'm using 3 sticks with cabelators, and that total weight with the safety harness and the entire system is 23.6 pounds. Now my saddle setup is obviously going to be the lightest weight system. That is 11.6 pounds. That is using a cruiser saddle, includes all the ropes. That includes my modified lone wolf sticks with the cabelators, and that's using 3 sticks. Weight is going to be the biggest advantage to saddle hunting, and is the reason why I'm adapting saddle hunting this hunting season, is because of how much weight I'm able to cut off. I'm hunting big woods here in north central Pennsylvania, where I'm traveling in at least a mile on most of my sets. I'm also carrying my camera and my filming equipment as I self-film, so that's a lot of weight that I'm able to cut out of my system using the saddle. The climbing method is actually the fastest setup time, and I can get up and down the tree in between 5 and 6 minutes, depending on how motivated I am and how high I go. My hang on and saddle comes in right around 8 minutes. Again, that's hanging 3 sticks, going up the tree, setting up. That includes getting my saddle on. The full setup system about 8 minutes. So using a climbing stand is the fastest way, in my opinion, in my experience, up and down the tree, and also makes it quick if you want to change locations to get up and down the tree. If we look at the types of trees that we're going to be climbing with these 3 methods, the climber is going to have the most limiting set of circumstances that you're going to be able to climb up. You need a straight tree that has limited or no branches to get up in. Now the benefit to the climber is if you find one of those straight trees, your height is limited to where that first limb is or to where you're comfortable. So when I'm hunting in the big woods here in north central Pennsylvania, dominated by hardwoods, a lot of our trees are straight and tall with limited branches, and I can get 20 to 25 feet pretty easily. Now the limiting factor with trees with your hang-on is you need a relatively decent radius or diameter of tree. You're not going to be able to go up real small trees. And then also you can go up trees with branches, but if there's a lot of branches, it makes it difficult to hang the sticks in the stand. So you still want to try to find those trees with not a lot of significant branches. The number one limiting factor of the hang-on using sticks is how high you can get. So if you are in an open area that a climber would have worked and you need that extra height above the ground to stay out of the deer's sight line, I'm limited to about 18 to 20 feet in my hang-on. If I'm using 3 sticks, probably about that 18-foot range, 17-foot range. If I switch over to 4 sticks, I'm getting to 20 to 22 feet to where I can get that very easily, if not higher, with my climbing stand if I need to. Your saddle is going to have the least amount of limitations as far as trees, and I found it you can get, because I'm using a platform, tethered predator platform, I can go in very small diameter trees. Again, maybe the branch situation, not as much fun to climb if there's a lot of branches, but you have more options as far as hanging that platform and attaching your tether to a tree if there's multiple branches compared to the hang-on. As far as cost goes, the cheapest entry-level option is either going to be your hang-on stand or maybe a cheaper climbing tree stand. But those cheaper climbing tree stands are going to probably weigh a little bit more and be more difficult to operate. So when the lone wolf tree stands were being sold, they retailed brand new around $380, $400 that you could find one and pick one up. Because they're not being sold new right now, it's going to be a little bit harder to find those. But if you can find one used on some sort of social media site, that would be a really good option to pick up. but my XOP stand was about $250, and now you have to buy sticks. I ended up buying my Lone Wolf sticks used off of a guy on a social media site for about $120. So my all-in cost with the XOP and my Hangon sticks wasn't too terrible. Now my saddle setup, just to buy the saddle, the ropes, the platform, I was around $600. And you'll also find with saddle hunting, there's all these little accessories that you want to buy, which can be expensive too and add the cost up. As far as ease of use, I'm going to actually say that the climbing stand is probably the easiest to use and learn. I would say that the hang-on and saddle are probably equally equivalent to each other. Maybe the saddle has a little bit more nuances to hunting and shooting out of, but overall, hanging a saddle or hanging a hang-on stand with sticks is a little bit more complicated, a little bit more of a learning curve than going up a climbing tree stand. Another category to look at is the overall profile of your equipment. The climber, the Lone Wolf hand climber, is nice because it fits flat up against your back. Weight's not bad, so that's a relatively easy way to walk in through the woods. I'm going to say that the hang-on, the profile of the hang-on and the bulkiness is a little bit more than the climber with the seat and the sticks, so that's going to stick out maybe a little bit more. And of course, the biggest advantage, or one of the huge advantages of the saddle, I'm going to be able to strap my sticks right up against the back of my backpack, put my platform in my saddle inside my backpack, or if I want to, I can wear my saddle in as I walk in to hunt. But the profile and the bulkiness of the saddle setup is awesome and definitely wins in that category. So as far as what is the best option to start with, I think a lot of that's going to depend on your hunting style, how far you're going in, if you're carrying extra weight like camera equipment, how quickly you want to set up, how quickly you want to tear down, how comfortable are you with climbing a stand and hanging sticks. So all those factors go into making the decision, as well as cost. If cost isn't an issue, then try all three, see which option you like better. If cost is an issue and you're just getting into hunting and don't want to make a huge investment, then maybe start with a hang-on stand and buy some sticks, then you can always upgrade later. So for me, I've hunted out of a climbing stand for the majority of my hunting career. I've made it work. It's done really well for me. I've been able to be mobile. I've been able to get into areas and do hang and hunts. The hang-on stand added a little bit of weight to my setup, so that held me back a little bit last year. So I'm really looking forward to trying the saddle out this year and seeing what I like and what I dislike about it. Probably on my longer sits, if I'm going to do an all-day sit and I'm going to be taking layers off, putting layers on, maybe eating lunch in my tree stand, I might be more inclined to bring either my hang-on or my climbing stand. But if I'm doing a typical 3 or 4 hour hunt in the morning, or a 3 or 4 hour hunt in the afternoon, or if I'm hiking in and out a mile, mile and a half, the saddle's coming with me every time. Or if I'm not quite sure what my tree options are in the area I'm going into, and I'm worried about being able to find the right tree to set up in, I'm going to take my saddle or my hang-on this year. If one method stood out to you over the other, make sure you check out my other videos. I'll have links to them down below in the comment section. And if you're looking for high quality deer hunting content, whether that be archery hunting, flintlock hunting, we get into some really nice bucks here in Pennsylvania in the big woods. So check out my channel and some of my archery and flintlock hunting videos. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great day.